watching Newstoday at 9 p.m. I'm Preeti Choudhry. The Congress today said that democracy in the country is being frozen. The Income Tax Department came out and said, listen, you've got to pay your dues. You paid the financial year, your income tax from 2018 to 2019, 45 days late, and therefore the action. Well, due diligence or political vendetta? What it has led to is a political storm. We're going to get you more through the course of the next 1 hour. Let me take you through the headlines first. Political storm over Congress's accounts frozen claims showdown despite IT tribunal's interim relief. Congress takes to the streets, calls it an attack on democracy. BJP scoffs in return. Sandesh Khali showdown escalates. BJP Congress stopped from visiting the village. BJP delegation meets governor while Adhiranjan Choudhry calls Mamta queen of cruelty. Farmers on nationwide strike. Haryana government makes massive allegations, says thousands of agitators marching to Delhi with weapons. Claims farmers plan to gherav parliament. Ahead of his appearance in court, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal tables confidence motion in assembly. He was summoned by a Delhi court in the excise policy scam. Prime Minister Modi hits out at the Congress as he inaugurates developmental projects in Haryana, accuses Congress of opposing the Ram Mandir, makes ab ki baar 400 par pitch.
जो कभी नहीं चाहते थे कि अयोध्या में प्रभु राम का मंदिर बने, वो भी अब जय सिया राम बोलने लगे हैं.
There's been partial relief to Paytm. RBI gives 15 days relaxation to Paytm and extends the date to 15th March from the earlier stipulated timeline of February 29th. Russian media claims opposition leader of Russia, Alexei Navalny, had passed away at a prison where he was serving a 19-year term. A probe has been ordered by the authorities. All right, let's quickly get into the latest news break that is coming in on the top of 9 p.m. The DGCA has now issued a show cause notice to Air India in the case of an 80-year-old passenger who was not provided a wheelchair by the airline at the Mumbai airport on 12th of February. Later, the 80-year-old passenger collapsed and died. I want to immediately cut across to Milan Sharma, who's joining us live from Delhi. Milan, it's preposterous news that is coming in. An 80-year-old who was denied a wheelchair by Air India collapsed and died on the 12th of February. The DGCA now issuing a show cause to Air India. Give us details.
Well, Preeti, this pertains to an 80-year-old passenger who collapsed due to a heart attack after walking for about 1.5 kilometers at the Mumbai airport. And, this is because of the wheelchair shortage that the Air India carriage was facing that day. And, of course, the DGCA has issued a show cause notice and asked Air India to respond as to why compliance of rules about the people with disability was not followed, and why was there a wheelchair shortage. It's being said that, despite there being 32 wheelchairs available, only 15 were being used by the accompanying staff and crew at that point of time. And Air India also put out a statement saying that the passenger also opted to walk, and they had asked the passenger to wait, after alighting from the aircraft. But all this has not gone down well, of course, with the DGCA, and they have asked Air India to respond to them in the next 7 days.
What has been, Milan, the official response of Air India? What is it that they are saying? Why did they not provide a wheelchair to the passenger?
Well, of course, the Air India has not said that there was a wheelchair shortage. They have said that they had asked the passenger to wait along with his spouse after alighting from the aircraft at Mumbai. They were flying in from New York. And in their statement, they have said the passenger then decided to opt to walk with his spouse at that point of time. But of course, he collapsed due to a heart attack, and he was rushed to a hospital nearby immediately. First, the medical services at the airport, and then the hospital where he was declared dead. And that is the official version from Air India at the moment.
Well, it is amazing, and it's tragic at the same point of time, because Air India denying that there was a shortage of wheelchairs, and they asked the passenger and the passenger's spouse to wait, and then the passenger chose to walk. How long was that wait that possibly forced the passenger to walk? We're going to keep a keen eye on the story. For now, the DGCA has issued a show cause notice to Air India. With that, let's quickly shift to the big political story of the day. Right ahead of the Lok Sabha elections, Congress Treasurer Ajay Maken has made a big claim. Ajay Maken today claimed that all bank accounts belonging to the Congress party have been frozen by the Income Tax Department. The Tax Tribunal said there were no restrictions on the party accessing its accounts. Here's a detailed report.
ये कांग्रेस पार्टी के अकाउंट्स फ्रीज नहीं हुए हैं, हमारे देश में डेमोक्रेसी फ्रीज हुई.
Just a couple of months ahead of Lok Sabha elections, the bank accounts of Congress are frozen by the Income Tax Department. The party treasurer on Friday gave details of the crackdown by taxmen, which the Congress says has crippled its operations.
2018-19 का किया हुआ आज जाकर के 5 साल के बाद में चुनाव की घोषणा से 2 हफ्ते पहले हमारे अकाउंट्स इसको लेकर के फ्रीज कर दिए जाते हैं.
Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge and party MP Rahul Gandhi lashed out at the Narendra Modi government, alleging dictatorship. Youth Congress workers hit the streets in Delhi to protest against the income tax action. The Congress also moved the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal against the tax demand.
The court heard me for some time. I said, we have very good case on facts. We had filed a return on time. It is being misconstrued, and only for that reason we can't be punished disproportionately. Very graciously, the ITAT, after talking to the DR, has said that there will be only a lien on the bank account. There is no restriction on the bank account. You can operate.
The Congress later claimed that the tribunal has asked it to keep 115 crore rupees in its account, and it allowed it to use funds in excess of that. But the party claimed its accounts don't have the stated amount. Sources in the Income Tax Department claim that a demand of 135 crore rupees is outstanding against the Congress. This includes a demand of 103 crore rupees on account of assessment and an interest of 32 crore rupees. The Congress paid 78 lakh rupees and 1.72 crore rupees separately. The sources said 115 crore rupees is being withdrawn from various bank accounts of the Congress currently. The BJP has rejected Congress charges of victimization.
Is the Congress party trying to say that because they are the Congress party, the Income Tax Act and its provisions should not apply to them? Ultimately, it's a process. If the Congress party complies with the process, there will be no occasion for them to face this situation. If they don't have an explanation for the kind of money that is being deposited, and if it is being investigated, then they will have to face the consequences.
The Tax Tribunal will take up hearing in the matter next on February 21st. Bureau Report, India Today.
So here's the questions that we asked this evening. The Congress, is it actually being financially choked? Is the crackdown vendetta or a fair probe is what the IT insists? The timing of tax recovery, well, is that suspect? The Congress says it's happening less than 2 months before general elections. Why now? Just ahead of elections is the question. No level playing field in funding is the other charge that the Congress makes. Let's take all these questions to our panelists this evening. Ashutosh, columnist, author, political analyst. Shama Mohammed, spokesperson, Congress. Sanjay Singh, senior journalist. Sanjeev Unial, advocate and political analyst. Shama Mohammed, to begin with you, the Congress says it's freezing of democracy. The IT department has come and said that, listen, you didn't pay your dues in time in the financial year 2018-19, and that's exactly what is happening right now. The chicken have come home to roost. You should have paid your dues in time then.
Preeti, I've been saying for the last couple of days or last couple of years that there is undeclared emergency in this country. Let's understand that. First and foremost, what is the sudden raid today and saying that we have not paid our taxes? What happened yesterday? Yesterday, the Supreme Court gave a decision on the biggest scam in the history of India, that is the electoral bonds. So first thing the Bharatiya Janata Party or the ruling dispensation does is divert and distract. They need to distract the attention because that is the biggest scam. There is a scam where they've changed the RBI Act, they changed the Companies Act, they changed the People's Representative Act, they changed the Corporate Act because they wanted money, unlimited amount, to be deposited into their accounts from shell companies abroad. We never had that before. No money from abroad could come into our country for political reasons and anonymously. Nobody should know who's deposited the money. So let's understand the quid pro quo there. You understand? And also, people, the companies can bribe the government of the day. Listen, I want you to change policies. I have a mining contract. I need you to change policies. I want this. So please, the Bharatiya Janata Party says, put money in electoral bonds. So one, let me come to this. So in order to divert and distract, they brought about this in which they tell us that there is some tax you did not pay. We're going to put 210 crores as the fine. And then they say you can't, no, we remove that, but then you cannot use more than 115 crores has to be in your account. You can use more than that. I mean, what is happening? Why did they suddenly wake up all of a sudden today? That is the question. Because they need to divert and distract, and also they need to structure as much as possible.
All right, but Shama Mohammed, you might have got a fraction of it, but even you benefited where electoral bonds were concerned, but that's another debate. One second. Let me ask you the question. Let me ask you the question.
That's a wrong thing, Preeti. One, we did not know who's even given us. They knew exactly, SBI told them. And you know what? Many people, many businessmen told me that, Shama, we cannot give you money because the minute we deposit money in the Congress party's account, we get called from the BJP saying, Arey, aaj iske baat mat karo.
Irrelevant. But Shama, just purely to look at figures, the Congress benefited, definitely not as much as the BJP, but the Congress benefited. Having said that, let's just keep that aside. How does any of this have anything to do with the fact that you owed a penalty to the IT department? They're acting 3 or 4 years late, but they're acting and they're well within their rights to act.
No, they act, first and foremost, is a bogus case. They act all of a sudden. Like we say, there will be an ED raid just before election. Just 2 months before election, they want to freeze our accounts. And this is so, it's very clear. I mean, you want to freeze your accounts. You don't want them to win the elections. They are very scared what is happening. So first they bring in the electoral bonds. Now by March 7th, they need to say to the election commission as to put
but
out.
Shama, let's make that clear as we open up the debate.
They need to
but Shama, let's make that clear as we open up the debate. The IT hasn't frozen your accounts. They've asked you to keep a minimum balance in one account.
What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of that? I mean, we can't use that amount of money.
Okay, you can't use 135 crores. You cannot.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay, but having said that, I want to bring in, I just want to open the panel. Sanjay Singh is joining us. The Bharatiya Janata Party has decided to stay out of this debate. Many times Congress has done the same. No, Shama, it's none the richer. There are lots of debates that you stay out of as well. So let's not get into that.
No, but this Mr. Sanjay is their man. Yesterday he was there.
Oh, come on. Okay, Shama, let's not. Okay, why are you trolling Sanjay Singh before he's even said a word?
I'm talking about the advocate who's here, who was there on yesterday, and he was talking.
Okay, may I please get Sanjay Singh, senior editor, Sanjay Singh. Sanjay Singh, whichever way you look at it, fine, the Congress owed a penalty to the IT department all the way back in 2018-19. The IT is acting. But in all of this, isn't the timing suspect? Because everyone's going to look at this and say, see what happened yesterday with electoral bonds. In 2 months, you have an election coming up and put 2 and 2 together.
First, Sama Mohammad's charge that I am a BJP proxy. So
not
therefore,
not you.
Okay, not you, son. Okay, I'm glad we made that clear.
Not you. I told the advocate who I had yesterday.
Okay, but he's not there on this. He's not there on this panel. Okay, there was a.
Okay, I know you very well. Sorry, it's not.
Okay, Shama Mohammed got mistaken on that account. An apology has been given. Now, Sanjay, make your point.
See, this case is going on for 4 years, and there are several other cases where I think Congress has the situations where Congress has not been very clear. So far as you yourself have listed in the beginning of the program that this particular thing was 2018-19 assessment year. And subsequently, petitions were filed before the appellate tribunals, and those were not accepted. Now, whether it has been withdrawn, 115 crore from 6 bank accounts of Congress party has been withdrawn, or they have been frozen, or they have been on lien, as Mr. Tankha said. That clarity, of course, is not there in the public mind at all. The issue here, the larger issue, if an ordinary taxpayer, if I am an ordinary taxpayer, and if there is some amount due to me, and income tax authorities ask me to pay something, we do at times pay something extra when you change a job and when you do something, then there is a requirement and you file a challan. That is an accepted practice for every citizen. I'm sure that also applies to entities. So in this particular case, something, as we know, that and a certain amount was due, over 100 crore was due to Congress, and that particular amount was not paid, and that was contested and subsequently not accepted by the income tax. I don't know what happened in between, but fact remains, everything can be questioned on time. That's a reality. Anything and everything, if you do something immediately, then there is question of timing. Now, of course, the elections can be announced say in 15 or 20 days time, 3 weeks, I suppose in 3 weeks elections would be announced. So therefore that debate will go on. I don't think there is any harm in that particular debate. But yes, there are two sides of it.
All right, there are two sides of the story, and we can get in Sanjay again to explain the other side. He did so briefly right now. But Ashutosh, I'm sure now, of what we spoke of yesterday, the argument has gone from ED plus CBI plus IT.
Preeti, I think the issue is not about income tax freezing the account of Congress party. This has gone much beyond. And much beyond means what? That in this country, every leader which belongs to the opposition is a criminal. And he has no right to be outside the jail. He should go to the jail or freeze his accounts. That's the politics of the day is today. Whether we like it, whether we don't like it, that's the reality. How come this happens that from Farooq Abdullah to Uddhav Thackeray to Stalin to everybody? Everybody, take any political party which is in a position, either facing enforcement directorate or their colleagues are going to the jail. And if that is truth, then where is the democracy in the country?
Okay.
And what is happening is that the party and their supporters, they come to the TV channel and they talk about the process. And give me income tax, give me enforcement directorate. I will find 3,000 faults with the BJP accounts, and the BJP leaders will run from one place to another place. Is it a kind of election we are going to hold? 2 months before the elections, you are freezing the account of a principal opposition political party. And people will say there is a procedural problem. Congress has not done it. The Congress is a criminal, so put behind the bar.
Okay, Sanjeev Unyal, just where the timing is concerned, away from that, we're going to talk about politics there. But is freezing the account or freezing an sum in a particular account for a political party a little harsh than what is usual?
Taking law is equal to all the citizens. Directive principle is state policy, fundamental rights. It's laid down in our constitution. And income tax department, if somebody is not giving tax on time, we get number of times notices on individual capacity. Since it is the oldest party, could be one of the corruptest party, but still nobody can come, nobody can knock their door that you're supposed to pay out of tax pertaining to annual year 1817, 18 to 1819. The tax was due more than in the tune of 115 crores. And they've given the tax, they're asking continuously. And this matter was pending from 18 onwards. If appellate tribunal, because why it was in appellate tribunal? Because in the main tribunal, they have lost their case, Congress. Then they have appealed in the appellate tribunal, and appellate tribunal had really, they're supposed to pay 115 crores, 115 crore, but chor machaye shor. So they have come forward. Why? You're supposed to pay 115 crore. If I get any notice from the income tax department, I'm supposed to face them instead of going to the media, and again it has been defreezed. No, anyhow, I don't know. That was the part of the tribunal. Tribunal is exclusively a quasi-judicial body. So it is the decision of a quasi-judicial body. So if some person, I think the first, that lady was saying that is emergency. Emergency was in 1975-77. Then each and every right of the courts has been abolished. No fundamental rights were there. Imposed by Indira Gandhi. That was the emergency. No court can say, but it again be freezed. So it is not emergency. This is because chor machaye shor, in nutshell.
All right, okay, chor machaye shor, but today 2 important points were made by Ajay Maken, Mr. Unyal, and I just want to go to those 2 points. He said, and I quote, "We got to know only on Wednesday that banks are not honoring checks we issued, and after looking at it, we found out on our own that all accounts of the Congress party have been locked and frozen." The second thing that he said, the IT department sought the freezing of banks' account on 2 grounds: that the party delayed filing income tax returns for the assessment year 2018-19 and for accepting donations amounting to 14.40 lakh in cash, which was given by MLAs and MPs. To which he added, "We have already given the names of the MLAs and MPs who have contributed based on the Manmohan Singh committee report, where those 14.5 lakh is concerned, or 14.40 lakhs is concerned." So therefore, Mr. Unyal, I want to ask you a question, and I'll go to Shama as well, where you say that notices were given, they were given. But shouldn't have the Congress party been apprised that if they do not now pay whatever was due, that their accounts would be frozen? They were never intimidated. They found out on their own.
This is a one version of whatsoever Congressman is saying. Maken, going to get an MP ticket, Rajya Sabha MP. So this could be one of his version. But the second version could be from the BJP side. Nobody is there in your panel from BJP, first of all. Secondly, it is in the appellate tribunal. You try to understand.
Okay.
That is not prerogative of income tax officer. That is the prerogative. If some matter is pending in a court or quasi-judicial body tribunal, then the order of that tribunal is to be
Mr.
complied
Unyal,
with.
as I go to Shama Mohammed, can I correct you? The second version has to be the IT, not the BJP. And no, we don't have the IT's version right now. Because yes, the Congress is the affected party, but the version has to be whether the IT apprised the Congress, whether they were freezing their account, not the BJP's version.
Right.
Okay, fine. But I want to bring in Shama Mohammed in this conversation. Shama, there's a process that is what is being entailed very deeply, and you were given enough notices. You chose not to act on those notices. This was an eventuality.
Yeah, so first we were not given enough notices. Number, like Ajay Maken ji said, it came all of a sudden. And this man who's disguised as an advocate, who's just a BJP stooge or a BJP spokesperson, he now is saying there's no IT.
Don't do personal attacks.
Okay. Okay,
Shama
Mohammed,
is
please
not
steer clear of personal
going to
attacks.
attack me.
Okay, yes.
There is
So
no
I have
Miss
made...
Anchor,
Okay, sir. Shama, stay clear. Please.
in your
Okay.
ways.
Answer
In your ways.
All right. Okay.
This
No
man
personal attacks from
You
anyone.
remain on the issue.
This man,
I would never know, not having a BJP versus Congress, yet we'd have this kind of debate. But yes, Shama Mohammed, make
I'm
your
not
point.
a BJP man.
God, sir, I'm saying so. Shama Mohammed, make your point. Can I just get Shama? Go ahead. And Shama, steer clear for personal abuses or attacks.
this individual says that the IT department is the Bharatiya Janata Party. So you understand what is happening. He himself is now exposed. He says that the IT Bharatiya Janata Party ne bheja hai. Wahi hai. Just like that, they wanted to. Now, what we have to understand over here is
not on the issue.
Sir, I'll come back.
Intellectually
I'll come back to you. Allow her.
Intellectually
I'll come back
bankrupt.
to you.
आप बकबक मत करो,
Mr. Unyal.
आप बकबक मत करो,
Okay.
आप चुप हो जाइए, आप चुप हो जाइए, जब आप बात करोगे
You
तो
know,
मैं
you're in election
आपको
season where you don't even have an out-and-out political panel in this on
आपको
Suze.
अलाउ ही नहीं करूंगी, आपको चुप होना चाहिए.
All right, can I just... Okay, instead of both of you at it, can I just get Shama? Shama, you have 30 seconds. I'll go back to Mr. Unyal.
What is this nonsense?
Shama Mohammed, make your
Preeti
point.
man comes from nowhere and he starts interrupting.
Shama
Let
Mohammed,
me
make your
speak.
point. And let's not get personal. How do you know he's not come from nowhere? He
Because
might have a
he-
leaning, or he might have an ideology, or whatever he
his
might be connected to.
ideology is the
He's an
Bharatiya
advocate,
Janata
sir.
Party.
Ma'am, no personal attacks. Make your point. I'll go to Mr. Unyal.
You remain on the issue.
Can I just get Shama Mohammed, please? Go ahead.
So what I'm trying to say is this comes all of a sudden, as I have mentioned, and then they tell you 115 crore is basically frozen. Let's understand that. Now let's understand what is the biggest issue here. There is something called the electoral bonds in which the Bharatiya Janata Party said that it should not even come in the ambit of RTI. Supreme Court called it off. How dare you say that? right to information was gotten by the UPA government. Now, this person said, we have, let me finish. He said, corrupt party, we are not corrupt. Bharatiya Janata Party is corrupt. Yediyurappa is the convicted criminal who went in for corruption, the former chief minister of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Nobody has been convicted from our party. And let's understand, in the electoral bonds, the denomination was 1 crore. Let's understand that. And around 12,000 crore was given to the denomination of 1 crore was 94%, and 12,000 crore was given to the Bharatiya Janata Party. And Tushar Mehta, the fraud Attorney General of India, says in court that the people of India, the citizens of India, need not know who is giving money to political parties. Isn't that undeclared emergency? The citizens of India have every right to know who is giving money to which party.
All right, but that's not the debate. That is not the debate.
Let me tell that BJP...
Shama, you've made your point, but that is really not the debate. We're talking about freezing your account of your inability of not honouring a penalty imposed by the IT.
I will not allow you to diversionary tactic of the Bharatiya Janata. Let's talk about electoral bonds.
We're not talking about, the debate is not about electoral bonds.
The biggest scam in the history
of India. All right, okay, but the debate is not, Shama.
They want to divert.
Okay, but today the debate is not. That debate was had yesterday and we had it. Can I just bring, Sanjeev Unyal, come in for a rebuttal and then I'll open the debate. Can I just get Sanjeev Unyal? Sanjeev Unyal.
I was going through, Miss Anchor, that they have got 5 notices under 102 section of Income Tax Act. And secondly, Tushar Mehta is not Attorney General, he's Solicitor General of India. So half knowledge is very dangerous. That's why this is the party, this is the line of thinking, this is the intellectual bankruptcy of ideology. That's why they have been marginalized. Now I'll say Income Tax Department was not doing by its own. It was a tribunal. Tribunal is a retired judge, sits under the tribunal constitutional bodies. Yes. So that is the point. Since they have given this notices to them, you're supposed to pay 115 crores. Since you belong to Jawaharlal Nehru Party, Indira Gandhi Party, Dynasty Party, Parivarik Party, so you're not supposed to pay. So your bank
come on, okay, let's not, okay. No, the fact is the Congress maintains that they did not get any notices, that they maintain that they did not get any intimidation by the Income Tax Department. They've made that very clear, Mr. Unyal, but allow me to bring in Ashutosh. Sir, please now. Can I just get Ashutosh and Sanjay Singh back and go back to Shama? No, sir. No, sir.
10 seconds.
No, sir. Come on. I'll come back to you. Please allow. Have a fair debate. Allow others to also get their time. Sanjay Singh, the fact is, in all of this right now, will this be a galvanizing point for an India alliance which is already fraying at its edges? Because now you have misuse, which what the opposition alleges of the ED, you have misuse of what the opposition alleges of the CBI, and here comes the Income Tax Department, all but 2 months before general elections. You're on mute, sir.
Yeah. Preeti, if at all this had to be a galvanizing point, I think Rahul Gandhi during his yatra today and other senior leaders with Rahul Gandhi, they should have talked about it to the extent that they could convince people at large that they were actually being victimized. Since electoral bond issue is referred time and again, Congress also got you just showed over 1,000 crore rupees in last 5 years since the time electoral bond was introduced. That amounts to about Congress, BJP got 4.5%, 5 times more than the Congress got. So therefore, I think that's a separate debate as to who ultimately gets exposed and who paid whom. So that's a separate debate. But fact remains, if about ED, about IT, about CBI, the opposition parties have been talking about it for long. But to make that as galvanizing point or the central election plank of the political party of the India Alliance plank, as you know, because of their own internal contradiction, the alliance virtually is only on paper.
All right, Ashutosh, do you believe the same? Because that has actually become the rallying cry of whatever is left of the India Alliance.
Are we talking about India Alliance, or are we talking about the seize of the Congress accounts? See,
no, the IT stepping in and the India Alliance talking about the fact of the misuse of central agencies, which includes the ED, CBI, and the IT.
I hope the Preeti, you also are convinced that the central agencies are victimizing the opposition. That I think if anybody is disagreeing with this, There cannot be a bigger joke than
Sir,
that.
I'm not conveying anything. I'm just stating facts.
I'm
You can convey. I'm stating facts. Go ahead, sir.
See, Preeti, the fact of the matter is that somebody who's additional advocate general of the Uttarakhand in Supreme Court of India and saying that he is independent. I'm not getting into that. But the fact of the matter is today the BJP wants to say, or the ruling regime wants to say that everybody.
Can you, sir, please don't interrupt.
That everybody, I haven't taken anybody's name. That if anybody who is in the BJP is basically honest, and anybody and everybody who is in a position is criminal. I think where is the rule of law in this country? Where is the equality before the law? Ashok Chavan joins BJP and he becomes clean. So when the Adhikari joins BJP, he becomes clean. So the issue is much bigger. The issue is you are trying to use these agencies to circumvent democracy in the country and to make opposition. Either you accept the conditions which is posed by the government, or you go to the jail. It's as simple. It's as simple as there is nothing beyond it. And the independent analyst will come here and will talk about the processes. The income tax exchange is a quasi-judicial body and all that. It has Indian democracy has become a joke.
All right. That's a fair point. That's a fair point, Sanjeev Unyal. You wanted to come in and, sir, please, the deal is it might happen on other debates, but don't talk over the panelists in this one. But I'll come back to, let me pose a question before you come in. Because there is a point which is being made by the likes of both Shama Mohammed and Ashutosh. Let's hark back the last 10 days alone. You have an ED notice to Farooq Abdullah. Then you have Farooq Abdullah coming out and stating that he's no longer with the India Alliance. 19th is the 6th summon for Arvind Kejriwal. On the other account, just flip it. Because, more than an advocate, you're also speaking like a political analyst. Flip it. Who from the BJP has been issued an ED notice? Who from the BJP, who's coming from the opposition, the trails of the ED or the CBI is still hot on?
There are two things.
I think
there are two things. Please keep
quiet.
Sir,
let him finish, and then I'll just take a closing from all of you. Go ahead.
Only two things. Only two things I'll raise.
Go ahead, Mr. Unyal. Go ahead. I'll go back to Ashutosh.
छाछ तो छाछ बोले, छल्ली बोले जिसमें 72 Indira Gandhi used to do all type of all these things. Now you see, that is the point. And now there.
I don't want to stick Ashok Chavan's name is joining me next now.
I am giving us. Only two things are there. First of all, since now it is coming. Now they know that we are not going to touch 50 seats.
But Mr. Unyal, you're not answering my question.
Only 50 seats.
Sir, hear my question.
So that's why they are going
sir, hear my
question.
Hear my question. Will now probes which have gone cold on multiple occasions, and now I think everyone gets tired of naming all the opposition leaders who've crossed over to the BJP, and then there is this washing
They have
machine
Supreme
effect.
Court. They have gone to the Supreme Court number of times. That ED is there, but ED has given a lot of power. Supreme Court has given a lot of power to ED. No, ED is doing good. You see, last judgments of Justice Chandrachud also. They can go to the Supreme Court.
Okay.
While
so you have a problem, you go to the Supreme Court. Got it. Closing comments. Closing comments. Shama Mohammed. Sir, okay, got it. Fair point. You have a problem, you think the ED is not working, go to the Supreme Court. Now, sir, please allow your panelists. Shama Mohammed, closing.
They have gone in the Supreme Court.
Okay. Got it, sir. We've understood. Shama Mohammed. Can I just get Shama Mohammed? Go ahead, Shama Mohammed, closing. Please keep it short.
Jokers, Preeti. Now, first and foremost...
No personal attacks. Please, this is what it leads to. Go ahead, ma'am. Please make your point.
First and foremost, we have paid the income tax for 199 crores. We have said it today very clearly. It was something, some cash this thing, and they come out with a fine of 210 crores. So we know that it's a diversion and distraction tactic. Now, we spoke about ED. We never said Ajit Pawar is corrupt. The Prime Minister of India has said it. Devendra Fadnavis has said it. Kirit Somaiya has said it. Right. Now, ED investigation was on till last May. It is stopped. Pratap Sarnaik, part of the Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray, joined their party in May 2022. Wait, there was an ED investigation. In October, the Economic Affairs Wing says there is nothing against him, investigation closed. Narayan Rane, ED was after, investigation closed as soon as you enter the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Ma'am, we made these points. I'm running out of time. Allow me to go to everyone.
There is only the opposition.
Okay, Sanjay Singh, final comments. 20 seconds, sir. Go to Ashutosh next. Final comments. Sanjay Singh.
See, Preeti, now since these are election times, depends as to which political party presents and goes to people with what kind of narrative. If this were to become a political narrative, Congress and other party will have to come out with very logical, convincing defense. As also, it also depends on kind of track record a particular political party has with corruption, with kind of probity, and with transparency. And therefore, the issue when it goes to people's court, people will be last judge, final judge in terms of as to which political party is clean and what not.
All right.
And therefore, when
we
we talk
don't
about
have the media.
Okay, no, please allow, madam, allow. Okay, sir, 10 seconds, please wrap up. I have to go to Ashutosh and I have to close the debate.
So therefore,
sir, make your point. May I just get Sanjay Singh?
Therefore, it is very important, very pertinent that leaders of these political parties make a very cogent argument on the subject, not a sweeping generalization.
All right. Okay. Ashutosh, 20 seconds, sir. Please make your final comments.
Preeti, I think the honesty demanded on this panel that Sanjeev Unial should have made the disclosure in the beginning itself that he is an additional advocate general of the government of Uttarakhand in Supreme Court of India. Just putting the political analyst and giving a facade that he's an independent journalist, I don't approve that.
All right, okay. Mr. Unial, now I have to bring you in. Sir, that disclosure should have happened earlier.
I was coming on a matter which was pending in Vijay Madan Lal Choudhry versus Union of India on 15 January 2024. ED can, in exercise of its power under section 19 of PMLA, can make arrest.
Okay, sir, but you should have disclosed what your own on the panel. That is what Ashutosh was saying. But having said that, I'm going to let it be. I appreciate all our panelists for joining us. And it's a debate which is going to continue in days to come. 2 months to go to elections. Expect a lot more viewers. With that, let's quickly shift focus to the other story that we are tracking, and that's the newsmaker of the day. Ashok Chavan was named earlier in this debate, filed nominations from Rajya Sabha polls for Maharashtra this week. All of this after the former Maharashtra Chief Minister snapped ties with the Congress one day, joined BJP the next, and then on the third day filed nominations for Rajya Sabha. The election for as many as 56 Rajya Sabha seats in 15 states will be held on the February 27th. All right, joining me now is the former Chief Minister of the Congress for the state of Maharashtra, Ashok Chavan, who is now a part of the BJP and a Rajya Sabha nominee from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Chavan. You created quite a stir this week by switching from the Congress to the BJP. Now, is this a decision that you made because, as the Congress party is saying, that you are under pressure in some way because of the previous Enforcement Directorate inquiries, or is it because of the state of the Congress party, sir?
No. I have never come under pressure. Otherwise, I would have resigned about 10 years back only. This, whatever I have gone through, is not the issue which is related to the present BJP government. It is all related to the Congress regime that I had to face whatever I faced during the last 10, 12 years. So this has no relevance to...
All right, okay, sir, you're saying it has no relevance, but you know, one thing I'm sure even you know, Mr. Chavan, that the timing is suspect. Everyone is suspecting it. Why did you choose this particular moment, Mr. Chavan, right before 2 months before 2024 elections, which are to take place both Lok Sabha and then, of course, in your state, Vidhan Sabha? What suddenly prompted Ashok Chavan? What was the trigger to switch sides?
No, there is no trigger as such. I said as the elections are around the corner and everybody's... The political future of every person is linked to the future of the party also, as I've been saying. That the party wins, we win, and definitely we would like to see that the Congress would have come to power before my leaving the party, is what we have all desired. And for that, to win an election, it's a war. It's a war which one has to prepare for. It can't be done in a question of a few days or a few months. It almost has to be 1.5 years. There has to be planned properly. The local leadership has to have a clear vision about how to go about it. A strategy has to be planned. The political movements have to be planned. Alliances have to be stitched well in time. I mean, I didn't see much happening in Maharashtra. And we were all wondering, it's not my only feeling, the feeling of my several colleagues in Maharashtra who feel the similar way. Some can express, some cannot express. And things have not worked out as we had expected. So only a few weeks now for the election. Is it going to help us?
All right, so things didn't work out as expected. Now, what prompted that to happen, Mr. Chavan? Because, you switching sides, the tallest leader in Maharashtra, where the Congress is concerned. Do you hold who's responsible for this? Is the Gandhi family, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi responsible, or do you hold the local leadership in Maharashtra responsible for your switch, or not getting their act together?
I am not holding the party leadership at the center responsible at all, because they have been kept in dark. They have been expecting results, but Maharashtra, the responsibility which has been entrusted to the leaders, unfortunately, nothing has happened as per the on expected lines.
So nothing happened, but who failed those expectations, Mr. Chavan? Now, how do you who do you in fact hold responsible for this predicament that nothing was delivered? Is it the party leadership? Once again, I will ask you, sir, in New Delhi, or is it your own Maharashtra unit? After all, you yourself have been the leader in Maharashtra for the Congress. So there has to be someone. No strategy can't be the answer.
Frankly speaking, there is no point in going back to history, because whatever has happened. Now I have switched on to a new regime, a new party, and that's why I wouldn't like to comment on that, because whatever they let them do some introspection. The leadership of Maharashtra, let them introspect, at least take a right call at the right moment now. Hardly any few days left now. I don't think there is any chance of to come back. And I shouldn't comment on, I shouldn't advise them. It's for them to introspect what went wrong.
All right, so you said the leadership of Maharashtra, it is for them to introspect what's wrong. But, sir, you do realize that there will be those who will now say, how can you just shift your ideology overnight from the Congress to the BJP, because it's two sides of the spectrum? You're someone who has actively taken on the BJP in the past. The BJP also has taken you on multiple occasions. The BJP was the one who actually led the agitation against you on the Adarsh Society scam, as a result of which you had to lose your own chief membership of Congress. Today, you have switched to the very party that you were fighting against, on who was fighting against you.
This is almost a 14-15 year issue, but things have changed since then a lot. 14-15 years have passed. The political situation is drastically changing day by day in the entire country. We are near the elections. That is the highest priority. Personal allegations do not matter to me at all.
Okay.
The law will take its own course. We have won the case at several stages, so there is no question of being affected by that. But I said that I really feel sad to see the way things are happening within the state Congress.
But you say, sir, that the political dynamics are changing very quickly. So has ideology been compromised for the political dynamics? Because you have very openly and not very long ago spoken against the ideology of the BJP.
There are ideological issues which may come up. It will take time for me to accommodate or adjust myself to the new situation. But I think the larger interest is in the development of the country. The larger interest is the development of the state, and particularly my district and constituency. And I will be happy to see that if I am able to contribute in the generally into the welfare of the people of my state and the district particularly. I think that will be good enough for me. Ideological issues do come, I don't disagree with that, but it takes some time before I'm able to adjust myself to the situation.
Also, that's quite honest and quite brave to say that you would have ideological issues with the BJP, but you'll sort them out. But final question, Mr. Chavan, do you think 2024 is a done deal for the BJP in Maharashtra and even at the centre?
Well, opportunities are there better for the BJP. They stand a better chance. I won't comment on what people have to. Ultimately, it is for the people of the India who have to vote. So I wouldn't like to make a prejudgment of what's going to happen. But things are brighter for the BJP. That's what I'll say.
All right, sir. I wish you good luck for whatever your reasons from switching to the Congress to the BJP in the final hours, or the dying heat of an election, 2 months to go. Wish you luck and thank you for coming and joining us. Not many leaders do that, especially after they switch. So thank you, appreciate that. The unrest in the Sandesh Khali region of West Bengal continues as protesters, with the notable presence of women, continue to demand the arrest of TMC's Shah Jahan Sheikh and his associates. Amidst the chaos, with the TMC calling the protesters BJP, a fact-finding team was stopped by the police midway. Here's more.
Unprecedented scenes from Rampur near Sandesh Khali.
हाथ जोड़ रहे हैं, हम उन महिलाओं को न्याय देने दीजिए। ये लगता है कि उन महिलाओं के साथ अत्याचार होने में कहीं आप लोग यहाँ की लोकल पुलिस भी मिली हुई तो नहीं है, कि लोकल पुलिस भी कहीं वहाँ की मिली हुई तो नहीं है।
बिल्कुल, हम लोग जाना चाहते हैं, आप जाने दो। पुलिस को तो स्वतः ले जाना चाहिए। आपको तो आपके प्रोटेक्शन में चलेंगे। अगर सजग होती तो शायद ये ना होता, आज ये स्थिति उसकी ना होती। अगर इतना ही सजग होके वहाँ पे प्रहरी के रूप में आप काम करती।
6-member BJP fact-finding committee stopped from going to Sandesh Khali on Friday. The team held a dharna protest on the spot. The delegation was sent by BJP President JP Nadda to meet the women who had accused local Trinamool leaders of sexual assault and to submit a report.
आज जिस मुस्तैदी के साथ पश्चिम बंगाल की पुलिस यहाँ पे खड़ी है, पुलिस खड़ी है, रोक रही है, यही मुस्तैदी शेख शाहजहां को पकड़ने में क्या होता कि उस समय अगर सजग हुए होते तो आज ये समय, ये दिन न देखना पड़ता। और वहाँ पे मारपीट कर रहे हैं, क्यों? उन लोगों ने हम लोगों को साथ बात किए है, उसको मार रहे हैं, लाइव आप लोगों ने देखा है। इसी से पता चलता है क्यों हम लोगों को अंदर घुसने नहीं दिया। वेस्ट बंगाल में तालिबानी शासन चल रहा है, वहाँ का लॉ एंड ऑर्डर फुल्ली ब्रेकडाउन किया है।
The team returned to Kolkata and met Bengal Governor C.V. Ananda Bose to update him about the situation.
যদি মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর মনে হয় যে যারা মুখ ঢেকে কথা বলছে তারা বিজেপির কর্মী, তাহলে তো ভয় কিসের? তাহলে বিজেপিকে যেতে দিচ্ছেন না কেন? আদালতে আমরা তো চাইছি সিবিআই ইনভেস্টিগেশন হোক। কতজন বিজেপির কর্মী, হাজার হাজার মহিলারা সেদিকে মুখ ঢেকে লাঠি নিয়ে যে রাস্তায় নেমে প্রতিবাদ করেছে, তারা কতজন বিজেপির কর্মী দেখা যাক, সিবিআই তদন্ত হোক। ভয় পাচ্ছেন কেন মুখ্যমন্ত্রী?
The National Commission for Scheduled Castes team that visited Sandesh Khali on Thursday has submitted a report to President Draupadi Murmu demanding presidential rule in the state.
338 में किसी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट अनुसूचित जाति वर्गों को, लोगों को उनको सेव नहीं कर सकता है, तो उसे सत्ता में रहने का कोई अधिकार नहीं है। हम लोग क्लियरली लिख के दिया है, प्रेसिडेंट रूल्स इज मैंडेटरी नाउ।
आपने रेकमेंड किया कि प्रेसिडेंट रूल लगना चाहिए वेस्ट बंगाल में,
प्रेसिडेंट रूल के लिए लिख के दिया।
A public interest litigation has also been filed in the Supreme Court demanding a probe by a special investigation team or the CBI. The Mamata Banerjee government is under fire from all quarters. Congress MP Adhir Ranjan Choudhry also attempted to reach Sandesh Khali but was blocked.
বাংলার মুখ্যমন্ত্রী এই মুহূর্তে আপনার জন্য একটাই উপাধি আমার তরফ থেকে, ইউ আর এ বেঙ্গলি কুইন অফ ক্রুয়েলটি। আপনি বাংলার নৃশংসতার এক রানী, ক্ষমতায় থেকে এই বাংলাকে আপনি নৃশংসতার বাংলায় রূপান্তরিত করেছেন, আপনাকে ধিক্কার। সন্দেশখালী আজকে আপনি আটকাচ্ছেন, কাল আটকাবেন। বাংলার মানুষ আজ জেনে ফেলেছে আপনাকে, ভারতবর্ষের মানুষ আজ জেনে ফেলেছে আপনাকে।
The Trinamool has held the BJP responsible for the unrest.
देखिए, नड्डा जी को जो डेलीगेशन है वो तो यूपी बिहार जाना चाहिए, यूपी जाना चाहिए, एमपी जाना चाहिए, वहां पर जाना चाहिए। यूपी जाना चाहिए, एमपी जाना चाहिए, त्रिपुरा जाना चाहिए, मणिपुर जाना चाहिए। क्या मणिपुर में भाजपा का डेलीगेशन वहां पर गए? बंगाल पूरा देश में सबसे वो वीमेन के लिए सुरक्षित है।
Sandesh Khali is on the boil after many women leveled allegations of sexual assault against associates of Shah Jahan Sheikh. The Trinamool strongman has been absconding ever since his supporters attacked an enforcement directorate team that went to raid him in an alleged ration scam early in January. With Ritik Mondal in Sandesh Khali, West Bengal, Bureau Report, India Today.